In this video, I would like to demonstrate the different power amplifier models that go-dsp-guitar provides. And in order to demonstrate this, I have my guitar connected to input 0 of go-dsp-guitar. Then I run the guitar signal through an overdrive effect, which is set to a gain of 30 decibels and a drive value of 100. And afterwards I run the signal through a power amplifier simulation, which I will set to a filter order of 4000. And then I will just run through the different amplifier simulations that go-dsp-guitar provides. And most of these amplifier simulations, like the American Modern, American Vintage, and British Modern amplifier, they come in different versions called center, classic, and off-axis, and this refers to different microphone positions. If you select the center version of an amplifier simulation, this will place the microphone directly over the voice coil of the speaker in the guitar amplifier speaker cabinet, very close to the speaker membrane. If you select classic, this will pick up the speaker sound from a larger distance, so it will move the microphone further away from the speaker membrane. And if you select off-axis, the microphone will again get positioned close to the speaker membrane, but at the edge of the speaker cone. And the American Modern, American Vintage, and British Modern amplifiers, they allow these three different microphone placements, and the other amplifiers, the custom BP, custom HC450, German Modern, and Scandinavian Modern, they do not provide different microphone placements, so they will always pick up more or less the overall sound of the speaker cabinet. Usually from different positions, and then basically mixing together what the microphones in the different positions would pick up. So now I will start off with the American Modern amplifier, first in center variation, then in classic variation, and then in off-axis variation. And I will play a basic riff through each of these so that you can hear the difference between the amplifier models. So let's start with the American Modern amplifier in all three variations. Now we'll move on to the American Vintage amplifier model, and again we will play this in all three variations. First center, then classic, then off-axis. Starting off with center. Now we'll move on to the British Modern amplifier, again in all three variations. First center, then classic, then off axis. Now we'll move on to the custom BP. Now we'll move on to the custom HC450. Now we'll move on to the German Modern. And finally, we'll move on to the Scandinavian Modern, which, contrary to the other amplifier models, does not simulate an actual guitar amplifier, but instead it simulates a very specific and rare distortion pedal with a very characteristic sound. Finally, we will combine multiple filters or guitar amplifier simulations, and we will choose the different microphone placements of the same amplifiers. So first we will run the American Modern in center, classic, and off-axis position all in parallel. And because the output of all of these filters will get summed up, and for the most time will interfere constructively, when we run each of these at full output level, the power amplifier circuit would overdrive and distort and saturate and clip. And to prevent this, we will reduce the signal level of the first three filters by 10 decibels, and we can turn the signal level of all the other filters down to the minimum, which is minus 60 decibels, which basically doesn't matter because they're unused anyways. And now we have the headroom that we need in order to run these filters in parallel. Let's see what that sounds like for the American Modern amplifier simulation. Now we will do the same for the American Vintage amplifier simulation. We will run all 3 microphone placements in parallel. Last but not least, we will run all 3 variations of the British Modern power amplifier simulation in parallel. So this was a quick demonstration of the different power amplifier models of go-dsp-guitar. I hope you enjoyed this video, and see you next time.